Can you just sit here for a while? Just say the word 3 times. Gratitude.
Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude.
Where does that word end up in your body? Where do you feel it?
I feel it in my heart. Here.
Describe it. The feeling.
So every time I say this word, I think my heart expands, and I also feel a sense of heightened interconnectedness with people around me, with nature, and with everything or anything that is there in my world or on this planet for that matter.
So you just have to say it.
You mean in one word?
You said when I say it, my heart expands.
Yeah.
And I feel more connected with everything around. That's cool. So just say it. Keep saying it, just
Okay.
to me, for me.
Yeah, so this sense of expansion that happens in my heart is, I think, it fills me up with some energy which I can outpour. So to me it's something happening in my inner world. Every time I use this word or every time I say this out loud, something happens in my inner world near my heart center, which makes me love people all the more, which makes me extend my inner being all the more in the outer world, and connect with people at a different level.
Well, just say it then. Let's just do it.
And that also involves silence. So that is why I am pausing in between. There is a kind of stillness that happens when this expansion takes place. And when it expands, it gives me a sense that I am living in a universe that is friendly. Things are being taken care of. I don't need to do anything. Everything is just happening. And then I'm reminded of that principle that whatever happens is the only thing that could have. That was the only thing, the way things would have turned out to be. That's it. There was no other way in a particular situation or a circumstance. So all these pieces fall together very well as far as my practice and understanding of gratitude goes. All these pieces make my gratitude picture full in terms of my personal experience and whatever I am able to offer in the outer world.
So gratitude is a state, not a thing that you react to something for.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. It's a state of being.
Say that again.
So for me, gratitude is a state of being. It's not that artificially I have to look for things to be grateful for. If I may use that term, it's kind of mainstreamed in my overall being. In the morning when I'm in my washroom brushing my teeth, And the moment I open the tap, I have a sense of gratitude for the entire water supply system and the potable water that I can access and brush my teeth with so much of comfort. So I just have that feeling almost every day. Same happens when I look at a bright sun in the morning when I open the window and I just get to look at the sun. And jokingly I call this I date sun. So I just feel so grateful to sun that here is an entity or a force from nature given to all of us, which is completely non-discriminate in whatever it gives to the whole world. It is just there, being, not bothered about what others are saying or doing or not doing, just there to offer, to shine equally available as a source for each one of us, rising above the discriminations of boundaries, nationalities, cultures, caste, creed, races, no discrimination. And that brings immense gratitude within me for sun, which is there all the time. So my sense of gratitude revolves mostly around very simple, mundane things of life. Like sometimes when I'm walking, I just pause and feel so grateful that the feeling, the sensation that I can have in my feet and the touch that I can have with the Mother Earth. And that brings tears in my eyes. I feel overwhelmed that there's so much that I'm given. There are so many gifts around that are there. I just have to be mindful and aware of it, and it is there. And that completes the circle for me, that I live in a universe that is friendly.
And you just have to say it. Or you don't even just have to say it, but when you say it, it has this effect.
Yeah, because I also have experienced that it is not a superficial thing. Thank you or expressions of gratitude in different languages can be very superficial. Like when we are in our autopilot mode, or as a default setting, somebody opens the door, we just say thank you without even looking at the person, and we just walk through the passage. Whereas gratitude is much, much deeper. And only when it is sourced from the heart, then it is gratitude. Otherwise, it's just a courteous behavior, a good human behavior. That's it. And in my experience, as I said in the beginning, because I feel it somewhere here in my body, I feel a surge of energy every time I feel grateful. Even I may not be expressing it to the water or to sun or to a human being. Whatever I feel within in that moment, that uplifts me. So that is my source of energy in my day-to-day life. And I also realize working with many people across cultures, socioeconomic status, also helping them in their various situations that they are dealing with in life, supporting them as flow of life coach. I realized that for many such people, this is the missing piece. So I often say that gratitude, the missing piece, and the missing piece. person may be having everything which by normal social standards we use to define success or achievement or happiness in life, as somebody was talking today also. But if they are not grateful, if they do not have capacity to feel grateful, that is the piece which is missing in their life. That has been my experience in my own life as well as in my work very closely with some individuals.
And so how, it doesn't seem like something you do. You can't say, well, it's a missing piece, so just do gratitude. Mm-hmm. How does one let it flow, almost?
Yeah.
That's
a flow, but I also say that this is something that can be cultivated. So it has to be brought in the conscious awareness of people. People have it, but because the way we show up in the outer world, wearing various kinds of masks and all that, and also to some extent because of unhealthy ego, we don't want to feel or we don't want to express gratitude. So once you bring these aspects to people's awareness by sharing how I have been helped by this simple thing or how some other people are using this in their life for their own personal overall well-being, then it comes to their conscious awareness. And once it is in their awareness, they can be mindful of it. And then they learn some simple, very easy to do practices to mainstream in their life. Because I put emphasis on the word mainstream. It is not that you go to a training or a workshop and do it and then come back after that and just forget it. You have to mainstream this as part of your day-to-day living. And once you start doing that, it's like learning how to drive car. So once you do it for 10-15 days consciously, then you don't even need to do it. You will just be. You know what I mean? You don't have to make any effort to be grateful. It will become part and parcel of your system. And I have seen people who used to wear many masks, very arrogant, that sense of unhealthy ego that I am the doer, I have done everything in my life. It is me, me, me. How they have shifted from that attitude to acknowledging the roles that various people or various entities or for that matter nature has played in their life. So that is why I am so much in love and I want to share this with many more people.
What are you in love with?
Gratitude, joy of gratitude. More than gratitude, I am in love with joy of gratitude. The joy it brings.
Say again.
So I am in love with the joy of gratitude. The joy that comes with the experience of feeling gratitude. I am in love with that.
Well, why didn't you say that last night?
I think I was under the effect of 2 glasses of wine, not bottles, and I was also doing the facilitation. So I was, I think, in 2 minds. Yeah.
That's probably it. You see, there you are. It's written all over your face.
So. Thank you.